Here's a snippet from a recent interview with author Lette. After 19 books published in 17 languages, my publisher dropped me. In fact, every publisher I approached with the Revenge Club said, "Nobody wants to read about middle-aged women." One even told me, "Middle-aged women are like Sudan or Mogadishu. We know they exist, but nobody wants to go there." I kept thinking, but all of my women friends have such incredible hinterlands. They have had divorces, breakups, promotions, betrayals, affairs, breakdowns, and they carry so much wisdom and wit. Who wouldn't want to read that? Turns out I was right. The book became a bestseller. When you hit 50, a man becomes a silver fox, a woman, a hag, a bag, and a crone. It is like we get cloaked in invisibility, just as we reach our peak productivity. I'm 66, and I always say to women, have a sensational second act. This is your prime. I haven't read her books, but the interview really struck a chord. I will add a link below if you want to check it out. This paradox is real. So many middle-aged women are frankly amazing. They have decades of life and work experience, broad skills, perspective, and grit. And yet, society often sidelines them because we idolize youth. At work, especially, age bias creeps in. Managers may unconsciously associate ambition, adaptability, or innovation with youth. Managers younger than us often favor people who look or act like themselves. Stereotypes float around, like older women being less tech-savvy or less driven. Managers may chase short-term wins, overlooking long-term assets like mentorship, team stability, or institutional knowledge, because those don't show up in spreadsheets. And frankly, some younger leaders may not have the experience to recognize what a 50-plus woman brings: depth and breadth of knowledge, resilience, emotional intelligence, skilled problem solving. They may undervalue qualities they haven't developed themselves yet. Yes, sometimes invisibility can be a relief. You can just get on with things, no longer under the microscope. But it is not fun to feel dismissed, or to be ignored when you know you have something valuable to contribute, or to be laid off just because of your age. These societal messages are powerful, so powerful that we can start to believe them. We internalize the idea that our time has passed, that we are no longer relevant, that we should step back. And once we withdraw, we do become more invisible, which reinforces the cycle. What can we do? No, I'm not going to tell you to refresh your wardrobe. That's not in the top 5. First, a couple of things to remember. 1. People get sidelined for lots of reasons. Race, disability, class, accent. We are not alone. Many are navigating systemic biases. 2. Let's focus on our strengths. We got skills and experience in spades. We know ourselves. We've figured out what we are good at and what we are not. We care less about pleasing everyone. That gives us courage. We speak more clearly and assertively. Not everyone likes that, but honestly, the world needs more honest, grounded voices. Many of us have more time and space once our kids are grown, space to think and energy to do something new. For some, menopause or burnout slows things down. Your reinvention may need to wait. The truth is, at this age, we can be more relevant and impactful than ever. My 5 tips. 1. Reframe your thinking. Stop framing midlife as a decline. Have you heard, what fires together, wires together? It means that our focus reinforces those neural pathways. If we spend a lot of time consternating about getting older, that's what our brain becomes better at. It will become better and better at noticing the negatives. Instead, we can start living and telling a new story. I've seen things, I've learned things, and I've got something to give. And I'm still learning and experiencing new things. We can stay curious, be inspired and inspiring. Do you think that you have no power? Have you heard Alice Walker's wise words? The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. That is the core of it. If you believe you are powerless, you don't even try making change, even in your own life. Power is choosing to act in service of something meaningful, your truth, your dignity, your future. 2. Become a role model. Representation matters. Show up, speak up, be seen, not for validation, but so others can see what's possible. If younger women rarely see women thriving at 50 plus, how will they know it's even an option? You might inspire someone much younger who wants to learn from you, or someone who is a few steps behind you. A coffee room conversation or discussion with a relative in a family event might spark something bigger. I'm now having regular mentoring discussions with someone I kept on bumping into in the tea point in the office. Perhaps your workplace has a mentoring scheme you could join, or you could start a blog, a podcast, or join a community group. At my workplace and in the community group I belong to, they are always looking for people to advocate themes that they value. There are panel sessions, working groups, donuts talks. 3. Support, advocate, or sponsor someone. Use your influence to open doors for others. Not everyone has the confidence to self-advocate, especially if they are early in their career or feeling invisible themselves. You can show support privately or publicly, and this is particularly valuable if someone's contribution seems to go unrecognized. At workplace, so much happens and people are busy that not every event, presentation, report or blog gets much attention. Senior leaders tend to get attention easily, that's understandable, but if you recognize the good work done by someone less visible, it could make all the difference for them, especially if you do a bit more than just click the like button. Or the support is good, like saying, I really enjoyed this. I try to find something tangible, like comment a specific message or result you found interesting. It may not seem much, but if you have ever worked on something that you have shared with a group of people and it goes unnoticed, it doesn't feel great. It is powerful to hear, I believe in you. Perhaps you are able to support and advocate in other ways as well, like comment to a hiring manager that she is ready for this opportunity, or take the time to give someone carefully considered feedback with evidence that will help them to get a promotion. 4. Join something bigger than you. If you have been fully immersed in raising your family and in your career, now could be the time to reach out wider. It is a known fact how being part of something bigger, something that we truly value, inspires us and helps us put things into perspective. You could join a local social project, a board, a charity you love. Maybe you like to use your skills by running for local office or organizing a community program. If you are feeling hesitant, start small and test the waters. 2 of my big passions are environmental sustainability and equitability. There's a lovely and thriving environmental community where I live, and I regularly join their activities like repair cafes and creating green areas. Last time I joined the repair cafe as one of the 2 people running the cafe, I mean the actual cafe in the event, what happened was that the person who had signed up to do that with me couldn't come. To replace him, the CEO of the community came to help. I hadn't met her before, and that gave me a great opportunity to hear her views and thoughts about developing the neighborhood. It was really inspiring for me, and I found new ways to get involved. In addition, I got to meet a lot of people who popped in the cafe, and now I know much more people in the neighborhood. It was really lovely. Also, the repairers in the event fixed lots of household items, clothes, bikes, which is fantastic. Constant buying is one of my bugbears. 5. Speak truth with courage and care. At this age, many of us are less afraid to say the hard things, and that's a huge strength. Speak out against ageism, bias, injustice. Do it publicly. Use your credibility and calm to change conversations, in workplaces, in media, in families. By the way, it was Greta Wallace's dismissive comment about middle-class women of a certain age when in 2024 he was reacting to complaints about inappropriate behavior made against him that made me choose the name for my channel. Silence protects the status quo. Your voice can be a part of what shifts this. It feels the world has gone a bit mad, and I think we need more voices of kindness and wisdom. I know this is easier said than done. How to speak our truth without being unnecessarily controversial or looking like we are judging others. As a lifelong people pleaser, this is something I'm trying to learn. I will share my thoughts in a future video. You are not past your prime. You are in a position to shape culture, lift others, and leave a legacy, not just a resume. Let's stop asking, how do I stay relevant, and start asking, how do I make a difference now? We don't need to fade away. We can lean in with purpose, clarity, and courage.